channel all about Zoe's. Today I am going to be talking to you about my first trimester when I was pregnant with Zoe. Just a bit of backstory, my husband and I got married in July and we knew that we wanted to start trying straight away for a family. And so long story short, Zoe is a honeymoon baby. We were actually able to come back home from our honeymoon and announce to everyone almost straight away that we were fortunate enough to be pregnant. So I do have a pregnancy journal that I kept when I was pregnant. I also use the Ovia app. I used the Ovia app when I was tracking my cycles, and then once I told the app that I was pregnant, it converted me over to their pregnancy app, and I really enjoyed that app. It shows you a week by week and gives you lots of information about your baby's development and tells you fun things like what size it is. It compares it to things like a watermelon and all that fun stuff, and it actually also includes videos, which I found really helpful as well. So if you are pregnant, I do recommend getting an app like that because you can't see them all the time, so it's kind of fun to see how they look through the app. So I started writing in my journal when I was 4 weeks pregnant because how your body works, by the time you find out you're pregnant, you're pretty much already 2 weeks pregnant, or 4 weeks pregnant for most people by the time they find out when they're late and do a pregnancy test. I remember at the beginning of my pregnancy, I all of a sudden had a weird, nauseous reaction to eggs. They just smelled off to me no matter where I went. So even looking back on our honeymoon, I was really put off eggs for the first week. And I didn't think anything of it at the time, but it'll be interesting to see when I get pregnant next time around if the same thing happens. I remember one of the first signs of my labor was definitely my strong sense of smell. So even my husband wearing cologne, I had to ask him not to. I also had tender boobs, which most people seem to get. And I started having those weird dreams. So in the first few weeks of my pregnancy, I mostly just felt really tired, and I was already getting such a foggy brain from it. I remember I went to the post office and I couldn't even think of the word stamps. I very quickly developed a love for toast. I think that was linked to my nausea. There was a good couple of weeks where all I took to work was butter on bread. That's because that's all I could stomach. So at week 6, my morning sickness started, and morning sickness is the most ridiculous term for it because for me it was 24/7 nausea, not just a little nausea, severe. It was severe nausea all day and night. And so for me, with that nausea came a lot of moodiness because it's not nice to feel sick all that time. When you're not pregnant and you feel sick, usually you just throw up and then you feel better after, but no, not with morning sickness. Because I was feeling so miserable, one day after work when I was about 7 weeks, I went and bought her first lot of baby clothes, and at the time obviously we didn't know the gender, so I just got some nice gender neutral stuff. For me, it was just a nice way to have a little pick-me-up, retail therapy. Then around week 8, so towards the end of my first trimester, I started having cravings for certain types of food. And around week 9, my nausea just went away. I got really lucky with my morning sickness not being so long. So around week 10, I actually got really sick, and it turned out I had bronchitis. But at the time, I thought it was just a normal head cold, and I wasn't aware that you were actually able to take things while you were pregnant. So I thought I was just gonna get over it on my own, but no, got really sick. And then one night, I actually got some spotting, and so we went to emergency, but everything was fine. It was just being our first time, we would rather be safe than sorry. And to be honest, as much of a scary and upsetting thing that was to go through, it was really good for me because by that stage, I just was not emotionally okay. The nausea really took a lot out of me. Like I said, I know I'm very lucky that I didn't have it for so long, but just those few short, 3 or 4 weeks that I had it was really horrendous. So if you're someone that's had it for 12 weeks or more, or the whole time, honestly, I don't know how you did it, and kudos to you, because it's not nice to feel that sick all the time. While I was nauseous, I also lost my appetite, but it's amazing what your body can survive off to still grow, a healthy baby. 12 weeks, we thought we were gonna be lucky enough to find out the gender, because a lot of people find out at that stage. And we were so disappointed because the guy actually just completely flat out refused to even have a guess. He just, for some reason, was completely against telling us. So I don't know what that was about. That was very strange. Because I actually the whole time had such a strong feeling that we were having a girl, which was funny because my husband and I would always talked about wanting to have boys for some reason. But the minute I found out I was pregnant, something in me was like, it's a girl. And I just knew it. We were so happy either way it would go. And we never had any issues. We were very lucky. Zoe was always growing really healthily and really well. And it was mostly towards the end of my first trimester that my skin started to get really bad. So unfortunately I started to get acne, which is so lovely. But then again, when I think back, I would rather have had it on my body than on my face, really. And 14 weeks was also when I started taking some nice pregnancy photo updates, and I did them every 3 weeks. I just felt weekly was too much, and then 3 weeks was kind of a nice time where there'd be enough growing where you'd see kind of a difference, and then I put them all together into a collage. So that is my first trimester pregnancy with Zoe. I really hope that this gives you a little bit of insight or kind of helps normalize what us women have to go through to grow such beautiful human little beings. And stay tuned for my next video where I'll talk about my second trimester with Zoe. Bye! See you back, 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 see you back.